Pre-order business is not profitable. Who said so? It is very, very profitable, provided, you heard what I say, provided you know what you are doing. You cannot tell me you are doing pre-order, you don't know how to calculate your shipping fee ahead. Some people will just feel like, oh, this particular product is being sold for 10 naira, so since I'm doing pre-order and they say pre-order is always cheap, let me just put 13 naira. At the end of the day, you can't even imagine that that 13 naira product, you can even use 200 naira for the shipping fee. So tell me, at the end of the day, when you now tell the particular customer that, oh, your product, the shipping fee is so 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 amount, tell me why it will not cause fight. Tell me why they will not leave it for you. At the end of the day, you now become their enemy. It is those kind of people that fall into the category of people that would say pre-order is not profitable. So before you go into pre-order, there are certain things you should be able to do that would assure you 95 to 98% profit. Before you post that product you want to post, irrespective of how affordable the price is, you need to find out the CBM, because you want to use C for that particular product. And mind you, it's not all products that can be used for C nor hair. If you are using this particular product now, for example, this particular product can work for air shipping. If you use it for C, it will not make sense, it will not be it will be debt on you. But if you use the one you are meant to use for C for air, it will be debt on you. So you need to know the kind of product you want to ship through air, or the kind of product you want to ship through C. It is very, very important. Now when you know that one, you need to find out the CBM or kg of that product ahead before you give it price. Now let me tell you one logic I use when I'm putting the price of my product. I'm not going to give the price of that product according to the amount that is being sold. For example, if this product is 10 naira from where you are getting it from, and I found out the next thing I want to do is to find out the shipping fee, the weight of that product, the kg or the CBM of that product. Now after finding out, let's assume the product is 10 naira, the sea shipping is 20, the shipping fee rather is 20 naira. That makes 30 naira. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it for 25 naira on my status and let them know it is without shipping fee. So in your mind, you know that the shipping fee left for them to pay is just 5 naira. So at the end of the day, when you tell them to pay for shipping fee, it will not be too bulky for them. They will understand that, oh, it is it. They will even be the one telling people that, oh, a shipping fee is very affordable. That's one. Another thing is you need to know how to calculate your miscellaneous. The money you will spend in going to pick that order from the shipping fee that will bring that order to your house. Some of you will not add miscellaneous to it. Some will not even add local shipping fee to it. That's how funny they are. Another big mistake you people make when doing pre-order is, as at that time you are starting pre-order, if RMB rate is 200 for example, some of you will make use of that same 200 naira to calculate, forgetting that by the time you are ready to buy, RMB might be 205. So it is best for you to add excess RMB in your calculation. So if rate is around 200, you can use 210 as your calculation, you can use 215 as your calculation. So in a nutshell, if you want to run a successful pre-order, my dear, it is very possible. Just make sure you don't use the current rate of RMB. Secondly, make sure you ask of your kg or your CBM before you post that goods for pre-order. And number 3 is, make sure when you are doing all this, you calculate your miscellaneous. If you are not calculating your miscellaneous with it, you are in odd soup. What did I mean by miscellaneous? The money you are going to go and use to pick that goods from shipping company to where you are. The mineral you will buy on the road, the bottled water you will take on the road, the food you will eat is part of your miscellaneous. You calculate it. Trust me, if you do all this, you are going to run a successful pre-order. Now, you know that C pre-order takes maybe 45 days. Tell your customers 2 months. Tell tell them 2 months, or you tell some sef 3 months, so that if anything happens or cause delay, you won't have, issue. It's just for you to be on the safer side, so that in fact when it arrive earlier than what you told them, you'll tell them that they will be the one to tell people that, oh, this person is very fast. So that is just it. So to run a successful pre-order is very easy, but you just need to know what you need to know and do what you need to do. The most important thing, before I forget, when you are doing pre-order, just make sure that you know the type of item you use C for, and you know the type of item you use air for. Because if you go and use C for the item you're supposed to use for air, you will run at loss. And if you go and use air for the one you're supposed to use for C, that is why it's good for you to learn from the best. So if you find this video useful, do well to add it to your favorites. Click on the plus button to give me a follow, share to 10 or more people, and meet me in my next video. Bye for now.